Live from the tank on the campus of the College of Staten Island, CSI Sportsnet is proud to welcome you into NCAA Division II women's basketball coverage live on the ECC network. In tonight's non-conference matchup, the College of Staten Island Dolphins take on the Wilmington University Wildcats. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the McDonald's pregame show. My name is Joe Foreman, alongside my broadcast partner, Nick Durst. And Nick, the Dolphins, after winning their season opener, a game that you covered, have now dropped 2 straight. They face a Wilmington University team that 2 years ago played them to a very close game. Last year, the Dolphins ran away with the big win.
Well, a Tuesday night in the tank doubleheader before Thanksgiving. Where else would you rather be? And if you can't make it, of course, you're watching us, so we appreciate you tuning in. The Dolphins here looking to get it back in the win column here tonight. This seems like a prime place for them to do it. Back at home with some excitement heading into Thanksgiving here. You mentioned it. The team they're playing, Wilmington, Delaware here, 0-4 on the season. They're looking for their first win as well. These two teams developing a bit of a rivalry now over the last 3 seasons, so we'll see how that continues here. Dolphins looking to pick up where they left off here in their initial home opener. Like I said, I called that game. You were not on that one, but struggled the last time out, so looking to rebound.
The first 2 games between these two teams 30 years ago, the last 2, each of the last 2 seasons. But, Nick, we've really seen the best and the worst of the Dolphins against Wilmington in the past. They've won each of the last 2 meetings, so that's good. But the Dolphins, early in this season when they've struggled, have struggled to score. They've had some extended offensive droughts. However, when this team is clicking offensively, they can score from anywhere on the floor, and they get contributions across the board. Early this season, Dana Phelan has scored in double figures in 3 straight games. Jennalise Alicant capable of a double-double any given night. A lot to like from this Dolphins team that we've seen the last 2 years. This core has now been together for the last 2 seasons under head coach Nicole Sarcone. What do the Dolphins need to do to make sure that they snap this 2-game losing skid against a team that they had a lot of success against last year?
Yeah, well, you're seeing your screen right now. They're warming up, taking the 3-pointers, and this team has been a do-or-die team by the threes, so they need to continue to make their threes, and that usually leads to success. And another thing to limit is definitely the turnovers here. You want to limit those travels, which seem to always sneak up on this team. And don't turn the ball over. Dana Phelan is emerging as the leading scorer here, the go-to scorer, knocking down those 3-pointers. And just continue to pound the rock to Jennalise Alicant. Get it to her down low in the paint. If she's double-teamed, she can find those open shooters like Lambert or Fallon or LaFaro. And if she's able to take it to the basket, she's going to take it to the basket and put up a double-double. So rely on Alicant and make the open threes. That's the recipe for success for the Dolphins.
We both mentioned Dana Phelan. She's shooting up above 40%, nearly 41% from beyond the arc this season, 9 of 22. Both Phelan and Alicant averaging in double figures for the Dolphins. However, a team that has typically shot the 3-pointer in the low 30s is only shooting 25% from beyond the arc so far this season. That's a number the team will certainly look to improve, and the number that really stands out, unfortunately for this Dolphins team right now on the stat line, is the 28.7% from the field. So forcing turnovers and playing strong defense for 4 quarters is going to be of paramount importance to this Dolphins team as they try to get right offensively. But as I mentioned before, we saw it in the postseason last year. When this team does get right offensively, they are very dangerous. Everyone gets involved. This team has great synergy. They move the ball well. And on any given night, if it clicks, the Dolphins can run away with a win.
Yeah, this is a team this season that returns all the starters who were victorious in the first round of the ECC playoffs, and one pulled an upset, as many people believe. So this team has a bunch of players who we consider veterans now. They've played a full season or more, and a mixture of some new players. We'll see how they get worked into the equation here moving forward here in this season. But the experience definitely helps, Joe, and you're able to have the same players now going to season 3 together for the most part of this core. And they're just going to continue to grow together and continue to trust each other more, and hopefully that leads to success on the court.
And the Dolphins take on a Wilmington team tonight that is off to another tough start this season. They're 0-4, and they've lost all of their games by at least 25 points. The Dolphins, of course, with the huge win last season. So you know this CSI team expects to come in here tonight and to take care of business against the Wildcats, but they need to be careful because 2 years ago, the Wildcats pushed CSI to the limit. That was a very entertaining back-and-forth game. A 2-point Dolphin victory at the Tank. The Wildcats were 1-22 that season, so being able to push the Dolphins to the brink in that game, their season opener, during a season where they only won one game, has to put CSI on notice entering tonight's game. They can't take anything for granted.
Yeah, a few upperclassmen, seniors, and graduate students on this team. Amaja Mack is a senior. Amber Washington, another senior. And Trinity Brinningham are another senior, along with Isaiah Garrison and graduate student Tanisha Miles. So these teams are familiar with each other. A lot of players have played against each other in the past. And obviously different season here, but very familiar with each other as far as the opponents on the court.
And much like the Dolphins, the big issue for the Wildcats so far this season has been their shooting. For the season, they have not shot it well from the field, 23.1%. And from beyond the arc, 12.2%. That's really going to be an issue for them. Also, the glass, a -10 rebounding margin. So the Dolphins really have an opportunity to get right and snap their losing skid tonight. But as I said before, they need to make sure they don't take anything for granted and exploit the Wildcats in the area where they've struggled. They haven't shot well. We've seen the CSI defense at times very opportunistic in the passing lanes, specifically Kaya Johnson. That's something we saw a lot last season. And on the glass, they have Jenelise Alarcon, who's always a force, averaging 7.3 rebounds so far per game this season. She has a chance tonight to really feast on the glass with the issues that Wilmington has had rebounding the basketball.
Yeah, they definitely have issues on the rebounding department. Only around 36 rebounds per game. A lot of turnovers for this team as well, 23.5. That's why they're only scoring around 35 points per game, which is really low for this season so far.
And something else the Dolphins could benefit from tonight, the amount of fouls that Wilmington has committed per game, up above 16 fouls committed each night on average for Wilmington. So if the Dolphins can get to the line, that could perhaps help them mitigate some of the scoring struggles that they've had so far this season. Getting to the free throw line can really help get an offense going, just seeing the ball go in the basket. The Dolphins certainly are looking to avoid those extended offensive droughts, and free throw attempts certainly can help them do that. Wilmington coming in allows nearly 72 points per game. So the Dolphins have a big opportunity tonight to put some points on the scoreboard.
Take a look at them now on the camera. Good camera work by our cameraman Frank in the Tank here. They're pumped up. They're ready to go. And they are hoping for a nice victory here heading in to the brief Thanksgiving break.
Dolphins have 2 games during the Thanksgiving recess. This is the first of a pair. The second, another non-conference matchup coming up on Sunday afternoon. Of course, we'll have that game for you right back here on CSI Sportsnet. But for tonight, we have the College of Staten Island Dolphins taking on the Wilmington University Wildcats. Tip-off and the Chi Aesthetics starting lineups coming up on the other side of this short break. You've been watching the McDonald's pregame show. Dolphins and Wildcats coming up next. Chi Aesthetics Med Spa and Wellness Center. Our approach to beauty and wellness begins with a holistic plan tailored to the unique needs of our patients. When we consult with patients, we let them tell us what their problem is. We don't tell them what the issue is. We find out what they're looking for, and we discuss, and then we give them options. If you're looking to achieve radiant skin, you've come to the right place. We offer hydrofacials, microneedling, Opus Plasma, peels, facial and laser treatments, laser hair removal, body sculpting, fat freezing, hormone replacement therapy, Botox, IV drip therapy, and more. We are open Monday through Saturday and are located at 720 Forest Avenue, Staten Island, New York, 10310. We hope to see you soon. Visit our website at www.chiaesthetics.com for more information.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends, live sports and watch parties, to Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experience as possible.
And we are back from the tank with the Chi Aesthetics starting lineups. And Nick, some changes for the College of Staten Island tonight in their lineup. Let's start with the Wilmington University Wildcats.
Let's start for Wilmington, their head coach, Kerry Jenkins. Now, for them, number 4, Amber Washington. Number 11, Chania Dunstan-Mason. Number 12, Anaya Bond. Number 13 is Liana Massus. And number 23 is Maya Fuller. Now for the Dolphins, head coach Nicole Sarcone, you mentioned it, a bit of a new starting lineup here. We'll go first with the usuals, and that is Dana Phelan is starting along with Amaya Jenkins. Beyond that, new players here. Jakira Stackhouse gets her first start of her career, number 33. Dabby Gazmar, she's been around for a while, but she gets her first career start as well. And number 5 getting her first career start, also Madison Haggett.
Tip-off coming up from the tank. And opening tip goes to the Wildcats. As Nick mentioned, a bit of a different starting 5 for the Dolphins. Wildcats moving east to west around the perimeter on their first possession.
2 freshmen starting for the Dolphins.
7 to shoot for the Wildcats. And that feed inside is a bit too high, out of the reach of Liana Massus.
Dabby Gazmar playing for the Dolphins. I don't think she played at all last season. I think she was out with an injury.
I think officially she had a couple of minutes. As that three-pointer is strong by Haggett off the back iron. Phelan has the rebound but can't finish. And a second attempt, no good underneath by Stackhouse.
Stackhouse, 5'11", a much-needed height for the Dolphins. You saw with the offensive rebound there.
Dolphins with 3 misses on their first possession. Ball on the wing with Washington. Fuller, jab steps, feeds it toward the free throw line, and once again the Wildcats looking for somewhere to go, and it's stolen by Amaya Jenkins. Jenkins off the window, no good. Gazmar fighting for the rebound, she has it. Phelan swings it to Haggett, but it's off her foot. Here comes Fuller to the basket, no good. And Gazmar has the rebound. She is nearly stripped. Tried to get it to Jenkins, it was poked away, and it will be Dolphins basketball.
Very sloppy on both ends right now for both teams. So you got a clock issue. So redo the inbound.
They were confirming 30 seconds on the shot clock. Jenkins will bring it up. Jenkins has been a regular in the Dolphins starting lineup this year after coming off the bench for the majority of last season. Phelan, too strong. And she has her own miss. Gazemar had the pass hit off her hands. Kick out to Phelan. Phelan to the basket, can't finish the layup. And Gazemar got a hand on it and was taken down to the floor. That's a foul against the Wildcats.
Well, we're in a stalemate right now, Joe. 0-0, 2 minutes into this one. We'll see who's able to break through and score first.
Dolphins inbound from the baseline. Jenkins thought about the pull-up. And I think Phelan touched the ball with her foot on the baseline.
They called travel on Jenkins.
Oh, okay. Traveling violation, the call. Washington, defended by Phelan. Feed inside, and a travel is called against Masseuse.
Well, not to be outdone by the Dolphins, the Wilmington University Wildcats come back with a travel of their own. Neither head coach could be too pleased right now with the way their teams are playing.
Stackhouse in the corner for Gazemar. And a foul was called off the ball.
Gazemar now has drawn 2 fouls.
Jenkins for Phelan, gets it right back and traveled. No doubt about that one. No score as we approach 3 minutes gone by in this first quarter. Fuller traveled.
Well, Joe, that's 4 straight travels here to end possessions.
Sloppy start for both teams. Combined 7 turnovers. That last one, the 4th for the Wildcats. Haggett, floater, no good. Stackhouse has the rebound, wanted the kick out. Phelan has it for 3. Splash.
And the first points of the game come at the hands of Dana Fallon, who knocks that one in. Phelan breaks the scoring drought here, and that's going to lead to a Wildcats timeout.
And we will head to our first commercial break. Dolphins lead 3-0. 6:44 to go in the opening quarter.
No, I'm right. The podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese.
Here we are, 200 episodes later, got 150 episodes with guests, our friends, soon to be your friends.
Well, it's pretty clear, Joe, that it's all about You Know I'm Right, the podcast. That's my You Know I'm Right moment. Wanted to do a podcast, and everyone was like, what are you, crazy? Who's going to listen? You're not going to get guests. Well, guess what? I'm the best when it comes to getting guests. You could vouch for that.
I am so happy that you asked me to do this. I couldn't have been more thrilled. And follow us on socials. Check us out. I promise.
And we're back from the tank where the Dolphins lead it 3-0 inside of 7 minutes to play in the opening quarter. And very quickly, the Wildcats come out of the timeout and tie it with a 3-pointer.
Amber Washington, the senior, knocks down a 3, and we're tied up at 3.
Gazemar throws it over the head of Stackhouse.
Ball retrieved there by the Dolphins cheerleading coach as it went into the stands.
8 turnovers for the two teams now, 4 for each side. And there's number 5 for the Wildcats. Haggett for Gazemar. Now Jenkins looks to drive, gets inside, and is short on the floater.
Couldn't finish there on the straight-ahead layup attempt.
Good aggressive play by Jenkins, just couldn't finish. That floater is also short by Washington. Here come the Dolphins. Jenkins up ahead to Phelan. Corner 3. No good. In the corner, that's Bond who knocks down the three, and the Wildcats have a 3-point lead.
Ania Bond knocking down the three right there, giving Wilmington their first lead of the game.
Haggett on the crossover. And a foul was called as she looked to kick out to Jenkins. First substitution of the game onto the floor for the Wildcats. Imani Lucas Davis into the game. Gazemar fakes and throws one off the window. It was tipped out of bounds by the Wildcats. Phelan's inbound, finds Jenkins. Haggett inside. Stackhouse in the post. And her hook shot was blocked. Shot rejected by Lucas Davis. Here come the Wildcats. And that's travel. Dunstan Mason has already traveled a couple of times. And we'll have a media timeout. Our score, with just over 5 minutes gone by in the opening quarter. Wildcats 6, Dolphins 3.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't,
And we are back from the tank. Just under 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Dolphins trail 6-3. Same five on the floor for the College of Staten Island. I believe it is the same five for the Wildcats as well. And Haggett traveled.
Dorothy Weiss and Kaya Johnson got a check in the game for the Dolphins.
Combined 11 turnovers now for the two teams. A sloppy start for both sides. Dolphins last played on Saturday, as that shot's a bit strong, and Gazemar has the rebound. Wildcats also last played on Saturday. Bit of a quicker turnaround than normal. Johnson out to Gazemar, and she travels. 6 turnovers per side now. Oyin Consola, okay, checks into the game for the Dolphins. First time we've seen her on the floor this season. Three-pointer up from the corner. That's way off. That one caught the top of the backboard on the attempt by Dunstan Mason. That pass reeled in by Phelan. She saved the turnover there.
Brianna Moore getting set to check in.
Johnson to the rim, and she draws the foul. We spoke about it during the pregame. Free throws, one way the Dolphins to try and spark their offense.
First free throw attempts of the game on either side now.
by Johnson is good. That was the first point scored by a Dolphin other than Dana Phelan in this first quarter. And Johnson goes 1 of 2 from the line. Rebound was tipped out and brought in by Washington. Kick out for Bond, and Bond has another 3.
Nice job by Bond with another 3-pointer, giving your team a 9-4 lead.
Weesey on the wing. Decides to shoot it and banks it in.
Weesey saw that she was open and she banked it in off the backboard for a 2-pointer. Air ball there.
And Weesey has the rebound.
She throws it away though.
Another Dolphins turnover. And another 3 for the Wildcats is good. Mia Fuller from beyond the arc.
Fuller knocks it down after Dunstan Mason stole the ball on the pass attempt there from Weesey.
That shot won't go. Rebounded by the Wildcats. And the Wildcats throw it into the backcourt. And that will be turnover number 7 for Wilmington. Dana Phelan to the bench for the Dolphins. And Kyra Rose will check in. Weesey on the wing. Looks to cross over and got tied up before throwing it away.
Good defense by the Wildcats there.
In the corner, Fuller. Now Washington. Dolphins in their zone defense here. 2-3 look early in this game. And Bond gets a tough shot to go inside. She threw it up over her head.
Great start here for her as she's accounted for 8 of the 14 points for her team.
Wildcats off to a nice start. Okay, looks to drive. And we have a whistle for a foul before any shot attempt, but that is the 15th foul against Wilmington. Dolphins without a team foul yet. They'll be in the bonus for the next 137. And OK's free throw is no good. Second free throw is good. The Dolphins are back to within 7. Masseuse checks in for Bond. 1:37 to go in the quarter. Fuller will bring it up. It's Washington on the wing. Back up top for Dunstan Mason, defended by Weesey. Washington out of the corner, sends it up top. Fuller, met by Moore. That shot way too strong by Washington. She has her own rebound. It did not hit the rim. 3 to shoot. Shot fake by Fuller, who throws up a circus attempt and nearly banked it in. Here comes Johnson in transition for Rose. And Rose gets the bank shot to go.
Nice job there by Rose on the finish after the good feed by Johnson in transition.
Dolphins within 5, under a minute to play in the opening quarter. Washington. Had the ball kicked. The Wildcats inbound. They'll have 20 on the shot clock as Trinity Brittingham checks into the game. First appearance for Brittingham. Brittingham kicks out. Dunstan Mason onto the wing. Fuller again met by Brianna Moore. That shot was stuffed, and Moore forces a jump ball.
We've seen it over the years. Moore always impacts the game in her minutes played defensively. Very hard to score on her, very hard to out-rebound her as well.
15 seconds to go in the quarter. Dolphins can hold it for the last shot. Johnson inside for Moore. Moore can't get the lefty layup to go, but Rose is there on the follow.
Rose with the offensive board to score, and that'll be
half-court heave, no good on the attempt by Dunstan Mason. And that will do it for the opening quarter. Our score after one, Wilmington 14, Staten Island 11.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
And we're back from the College of Staten Island, start of the second quarter. Wildcats lead the Dolphins by 3. Slow start for both teams, but they picked it up after the first media timeout. The regulars back on the floor for CSI. They did not start this game, but Lambert, Rose, Johnson, Alarcon, and LaFaro are the 5 to start the second. Off the fake, Washington's floater won't go. Last touched by the Dolphins.
only Dolphin player not in the game that's dressed tonight so far is Noemi Masingo.
.12 to shoot for Wilmington. Fuller thought about it in the corner. 5 on the shot clock now. She crosses over and throws one off the backboard straight into the arms of Alarcon. Lambert for 3. Way off. LaFaro has the rebound, finds Rose, and Rose banks it in.
Rose leading the team with scoring right now, and she's the reason why the Dolphins only trail by 1.
When Rose catches the ball near the basket, her conversion rate very high in that area. That three-pointer way too strong. Alarcon has the rebound on the miss by Dunstan Mason. Here comes Kaya Johnson. Johnson attacks. Can't finish with the left. Here comes Washington. Up ahead for Dunstan Mason. And now a three-pointer on its way, and that's good. Mia Fuller from beyond the arc. Wildcats back in front by 4. Lambert on the wing. Now Rose. Right back to Lambert. Feet inside. And Alarcon lays it in with the left hand.
Alarcon's first points of the game. And she just came in. We'll see if they feature her a lot more here moving forward.
Washington on the wing. Swings it over to Dunstan Mason. Washington, head fake in the corner. Good defense by Johnson. 4 on the shot clock. Dunstan Mason, spin jumper is good off the glass.
Nice job there by Dunstan Mason with the shot clock expiring to bank in the shot.
Johnson to LaFaro. No good from 3. Rose has the rebound, and she's fouled from behind by Masseuse.
She'll go to the free throw line now, looking to add to her scoring tally.
Rose to the line for 2 shots with the Dolphins trailing by 4. That's short. And Rose now has 7. 1 of 2 from the line. Washington, top of the arc. Thought about the step back 3, instead gives it up. That ball was bobbled by Fuller, and she traveled.
Fuller surprised that she was called for a travel there. 54 is the play, Joe. Don't know what that means, though. 54 is the mic. 54 is the mic.
We'll find out. Johnson with the pull-up jumper gets the roll.
Well, it's never a bad idea to have Kaya Johnson shoot a mid-range jumper. She's pretty much automatic from there, and she knocks it in there.
So if I observed the play right, it was a slip by Alarcon followed by a screen from Rose on the pick and roll with Johnson. Johnson then has the option to pass to Rose or shoot it.
Well,
That's what I took from that. And Rose can't finish that time, but she grabs her own miss and draws a foul on the putback attempt.
Now she has the chance to tie this game or put her team ahead at the free throw line. Rose has been extremely active in this game, Joe.
7 points, 3 rebounds, and has been to the line on 2 separate occasions now. This will be her 3rd free throw attempt. First free throw by Rose is good. And Kyra has 9 points.
Approaching her career high.
Rose had 8 points and 10 rebounds on Saturday. Played well against the Warriors. Dolphins only scored 42 in that game. .15 on the shot clock. Again, Bond will try a 3, and she has another.
Bond, tremendous from downtown in this game.
As I said, foot on the line. No foot on the line there for Ashley Lambert, and the Dolphins lead by 1.
Lambert wide open. You know she's going to take the shot, and she knocks it in and makes it, and I know you like her shoes, Joe.
You're right, I do. Good footwear choice.
Look at those Tiffany blue shoes.
Perhaps not as bold as my footwear choice tonight. That long 3 is too strong. And Lambert was hit in the face. 3rd team foul on the Wildcats. My shoes tonight, full Dolphin blue. Dana Phelan checks back in for the Dolphins. Phelan up top for Alarcon. Feed inside to Rose. Rose can't finish. 2nd try, no good. 3rd try, too strong. Phelan has the rebound and draws a foul.
4 fouls now for the Wildcats. 1 more will send the Dolphins to the line.
And if the Dolphins do get to the line via the bonus. It would likely happen early in this quarter. Still 4:46 to go in the second as we have a media timeout with the Dolphins leading 23-22.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
We are back here on CSI Sportsnet. Joe Foreman rejoining you alongside Nick Durst. 4:46 to go in the second quarter. The Dolphins lead by 1. CSI with possession. And that was off the foot of a Wildcat. Lambert for LaFaro. Count it, and 1.
Lizzie with the lefty lay-in takes the contact and go to the free throw line here. Dolphins right now ahead by 3, 25-22.
LaFaro to the line for 1, and that's no good, but Lambert gets her hands on it and brings in the rebound. LaFaro into the corner. Phelan for 3. No good. And Lambert has another offensive board. Nearly threw it away. It's brought in by LaFaro. Johnson for Alarcon. And Jenelise finishes the nice reverse layup.
Alarcon wanted that ball. She called for it, and she is so deadly under the basket with a nice move there to lay it up and in.
Nice move by Jenelise Alarcon. And the Dolphins lead by 5 as Bond.
Dolphins going to go with a bit of a press here.
And a timeout has been called by the Wildcats. It will be a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside quickly, and we'll be right back. We're back. Quick 30-second break for that Dolphins, I should say Wildcats timeout. Dolphins applying a bit of pressure here, and that results in a turnover. Johnson from Lambert, and she can't get the lay-in to go. Last touched by the Wildcats. It will stay Dolphins basketball.
Easy steal there for Lambert. The ball came right to her. And the Dolphins now with 20 seconds on the shot clock have the ball.
This is Johnson on the wing. Lambert inside for Alarcon. And Alarcon has the N1.
Alarcon having no issue with Bond, who is an inch taller than her. Back-to-back possessions now for Alarcon with a nice move under the basket. And this time she'll head to the free throw line.
Bond now has 3 fouls. Alarcon using her advantage in quickness. That time showed off the strength, finishing through the contact. And Jenelise completes the three-point play. Alarcon very quickly has 7 points in 6 minutes. Fuller brings it back out. 12 on the shot clock. Washington with Dunstan Mason. Dunstan Mason gets it back with 3 to shoot, and the three-pointer's off the mark. Dolphins will look to push again. Alarcon for Phelan. Right back to Alarcon, and she is rejected. Masseuse with the swat.
Good job there by Masseuse to track that ball and jump for the block.
Just over 3 minutes to go in the quarter, and Alarcon gets the bank shot to go.
Well, Alarcon quickly now the leading scorer in this game for the Dolphins. 9 quick points in 8 minutes.
Alarcon has come right in off the bench and has immediately asserted herself offensively. Corner 3. Too strong. Washington with the rebound. High arcing shot won't go. And here comes Jenkins up the floor. Haggett to the basket. Lays it in.
Jenkins, nice feed. Haggett wide open. Dolphins up 12 with 2.5 left in the second quarter.
Dolphins in the midst of a 14-0 run. They trailed 22-20 and have scored the last 14 points. 20 on the shot clock for the Wildcats now. All of a sudden, Wilmington in a position where they need to be careful not to fall behind by 20 by halftime as Dunstan Mason threw it away. Here comes Phelan to the rim. She fakes and finishes.
Phelan with the lefty layup and extends the Dolphins' lead, extends their run.
Dolphins by 14. Washington crosses over. Wildcats work it around the outside. The Dolphins not giving them much room there, but finding an opening underneath was Masseuse.
Nice ball movement there, which led to the easy basket.
Phelan wanted Alarcon. That pass was tipped. Here comes Masseuse, and she blows the layup. But Washington has the rebound. Deep 2 on its way, too strong. And Washington has another board. Fuller left open. Short. And another rebound, this time Dunstan Mason for the Wildcats. And she lays it up and in. Timeout Dolphins.
Well, first you don't succeed, never give up and try again. And again and again and again. 4 offensive rebounds finally leads to a points for the Wildcats.
Well, this unit has done just about everything right. The bench did not like that. And Nicole Sarcone quickly called timeout with 1:07 to go in the second quarter. We'll step aside for a 30-second break. Dolphins lead by 10.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
We're back here on CSI Sportsnet. The Dolphins still in the midst of a nice run, but that last possession for the Wildcats saw Wilmington grab 3 offensive rebounds before finally converting on a layup underneath. That prompted a Dolphins timeout.
Well, lots of rebounds there offensively for the Wildcats, and Rose back in the game now. It's maybe not give those second chance opportunities between her and Alarcon. 2 great rebounders.
Foul was called on the perimeter, but the Dolphins in the bonus. LaFaro will go to the line for 2. That fouled first on Mia Fuller. LaFaro to the line for 2 shots. first is good. Second free throw good, and the Dolphins are back up by 12. Very quickly a foul called on the Dolphins, but they have 4 to give. Nice luxury to have as you exert the pressure length of the court. That was nearly poked away by Jenkins. Washington sent it into the corner, gets it right back. Fuller surveys, can't find anywhere to go with it. 15 on the shot clock. Dunstan Mason was fouled. That was on the pass attempt.
Dolphins foul number 15, Maya Jenkins, her first team second.
$15 on the shot clock. High pass brought in by Dunstan Mason. Now Washington on the wing. Back over to Fuller. Fuller for Dunstan Mason. 5 to shoot now. Washington. Over Lambert. No good. Rebound is tipped. Jenkins to the floor. And jump ball is called. Possession arrow favors the Dolphins with 12 seconds to go in the first half.
See if Dolphins could draw up some sort of play here. But 10 seconds, they're going to have to push if they want to run an offensive set.
6 seconds to go. Jenkins uses the screen. Looks to attack. Throws one off the window and in.
How good is Amaya Jenkins at attacking the basket, Joe? We've seen it in her Dolphins career.
Nice move there by Jenkins and a crafty finish as the Dolphins will take a 14-point lead into halftime. Our score at the break, CSI 40, Wilmington 26.
Basketball has a special place in my heart because of the experiences it has given me and the purpose I have found along the way. Basketball taught me that success doesn't require perfection. Rather, I should pursue excellence in everything that I do. Basketball has led me on a journey where I've accumulated numerous life lessons to value relationships, practice integrity, and demonstrate commitment. I've learned to welcome mistakes and not only accept adversity, but embrace it. It has the unique effect of eliciting talents in someone which would have otherwise lain dormant. It is something that builds character, an element that is essential to a player's growth and development. You sometimes wonder if all the mornings and late nights are really worth it. Then you look to your left and right, and you see your teammates beside you, and you know you're not alone. And it's comforting. When you're part of a team, there's a special joy in playing for something bigger than yourself. Basketball taught me how to embrace a community. Like music, it brings people together. When you make contributions to your team, your program, it's a rewarding feeling knowing the impact you have on the larger community when you observe how much it inspires the people around you.
Dear basketball, I was only a few months old when I took my first photograph with a ball in my lap. From that moment,
Welcome back to courtside here. Without further ado, finally the TLC Physical Therapy halftime report, joined by Coach Nicole Sarcone. Coach, first half, a slow start, but you inserted rose off the bench, and she gave a lot of energy. What did you like about her effort?
Yeah, I mean, that's what Kyra can do on any given day. It just depends if her focus is there, and it's there today. We're missing some layups around the rim, but she's going to get her own boards and putting them back up top, so that's all we can ask.
A lot of freshmen, a lot of new players on your roster this year. Everybody got into the game early on here. What has it been like for them adapting to the college game and building chemistry with the older teammates?
I mean, I think it takes a little bit of time and a little bit of court minutes, right? And we're still very early on in the season, but they've been working really hard. And, when they got a shot, they work hard, they do what they have to do, and they earn those minutes. So.
All right, thanks a lot for your time. Best luck in the second half. That's going to do it for the TLC Halftime Report. When we return, the second half of action, Dolphins go to the break, up 40-26 over the Wildcats.
Basketball has a special place in my heart because of the experiences it has given me and the purpose I have found along the way. Basketball taught me that success doesn't require perfection. Rather, I should pursue excellence in everything that I do. Basketball has led me on a journey where I've accumulated numerous life lessons to value relationships, practice integrity, and demonstrate commitment. I've learned to welcome mistakes and not only accept adversity, but embrace it. It has the unique effect of eliciting talents in someone which would have otherwise lain dormant. It is something that builds character, an element that is essential to a player's growth and development. You sometimes wonder if all the mornings and late nights are really worth it. Then you look to your left and right, and you see your teammates beside you, and you know you're not alone. And it's comforting. When you're part of a team, there's a special joy in playing for something bigger than yourself. Basketball taught me how to embrace a community. Like music, it brings people together. When you make contributions to your team, your program, it's a rewarding feeling knowing the impact you have on the larger community when you observe how much it inspires the people around you.
Dear basketball, I was only a few months old when I took my first photograph with a ball in my lap. From that moment on, you never left me. Growing up in a small village in upstate New York, 2 miles from the Canadian border, you were my constant go-to for fun and entertainment. No matter if there was 3 feet of snow or the sun was scorching hot, I always found a way to be with you as you brought me so much joy. As a child, you always had a way of bringing the neighborhood kids together. Every day we would find our way to the circular paved patio I had in my yard with an 8-foot rim nailed to a tree. It wasn't the classiest court to play on, but it worked for us, and it's where my passion for you began. Little did I know you would take my friends and family on a journey of a lifetime. It was from you where I learned to be brave, courageous, and adventurous, that if I stuck with it through my moments of failure, disappointment, and heartache, I could achieve anything I put my mind to. Like attending Duke University on a full scholarship where I was able to surround myself in greatness both in the classroom and on the court. It is here where I truly learned how to step out of my comfort zone and discover what I was made of, refusing to let my insecurities and fears hold me back. Gail Gueston-Course and her incredible staff, along with my teammates, gave me a family away from home that I could have never dreamt of as a little girl. The ACC championships, the NCAA tournaments, including the national championship game in 1999, cannot match the friendships and relationships I developed because of basketball. See, I find it to be the relationships that we develop through our sports participation that are in fact the most meaningful and memorable. Basketball, you have given me a life team that I can never repay you for. You have supplied me with a platform that allows me to give back, to inspire, motivate, encourage individuals to go after their passions, to push through their failures and be fearless in stepping out of their comfort zone. It was because of you I was able to start my first company with co-founder Colleen Healy from UConn Women's Basketball called Orca Leadership. Orca standing for opportunity, resilience, contribution, and accountability. All 4 pillars we learned from playing your game. Even further, we were able to start up our own academy called Beyond the Game Academy, helping athletes across the country reach their dreams. I could have never imagined this life, and I have you to thank. Thank you, basketball.
The opportunities that basketball provided for me has been crazy. Being able to travel all over the world, to even a different country, just being able to meet so many different people and build so many different relationships has definitely just opened so many doors for me.
Opportunities that basketball has provided me, just to meet a lot of people, travel a lot of places, around the world and also around the country. It's just, a great experience to make me a more well-rounded person.
Just being able to learn from my teammates, learning really what sacrifice is about, learning about hard work, just being a part of a team, having that support group, having somebody that's there to support you no matter what. It's been great.
Basketball has given me a lot of opportunities. Obviously, just traveling and coming here, this is special. And we went to Spain over the summer, and I'd never been out the country before that, so it was special. And obviously, just giving me a free education. It's a big thing, and I'm glad basketball has been able to do it for me.
It's provided a lot of opportunities, provided me to get a college degree, travel places that I never thought I would travel to, and just meet new people.
I'd say basketball has just provided me with a variety of opportunities. Just the connections that I made in the Purdue community, and kind of just growing as a player and as a person has. I'm definitely blessed and grateful to have all these opportunities.
Dear basketball, since I was a kid, you have always been a way for me to clear my mind of everything going on in life and just have fun playing and competing. You led me to CNU, where I've become a part of a close-knit basketball family. You've let me build relationships with my brothers that not many people get to experience, and these relationships have been able to grow and will certainly last a lifetime. You have taught me that this sport is more than getting the best stats or winning the most games, but it's about enjoying the experience, making a difference in the community, and always competing at my highest level. Through great leadership from Coach K and other coaches, you have given me top-of-the-line resources to learn not only about the game, but about life and being a man of integrity and humility. I would not be the person I am today if it wasn't for you, and I am forever grateful for the lessons you have taught me and the memories that I will have for the rest of my life.
College basketball has provided me with a platform to not only have fun on the court and be around some amazing teammates, but also kind of supplement academics with just another side of the Notre Dame experience, because sports are such an important part of the tradition there, and being a part of the Notre Dame sports tradition in any way is just an incredible honor. It's amazing. Just being here all week, there's just so much recognition for such an amazing sport and such amazing teams that are here, and to be a part of that in any small way is just incredible, and I'm so lucky to be here. Just the value of determination, perseverance, and self-confidence in getting where you want to go in life. I've definitely learned a lot being around a team of such strong, inspiring women, and I can only hope to emulate their talent on the basketball court and other parts of my life. I'm a computer science major in Notre Dame's College of Engineering, and I was really drawn to it because I've always kind of loved math and science, and it's a really fun way to apply problem-solving skills to different situations, especially in today's day and age where technology is becoming such an integral part of society. Just figuring out different ways I can contribute to that. I'm really excited to see where it'll take me in the future. I think just the general mindset of approaching something from how can I solve this in not only the best way but the most efficient way, because there's a big emphasis on that in a lot of my classes, and just kind of seeing how the sports world and the academic world can overlap, even with just the GPS things that we wear during practice to keep track of how hard we're working. Just the technology behind that is super interesting to me also. When I first came to campus, I was hoping to get involved in the women's basketball program in some way, and I applied to be a manager, and I thought that would be an awesome opportunity, super excited. And then I got an email about walk-on tryouts. I'm like, oh, this would be a great way to go meet other girls to play pickup with. I had no idea it would lead to any of this, trust me, but I'm so glad it has. And after that, that's how I met some of the women's basketball people and how I got connected to be team manager for the program. So I started doing that first semester of my freshman year, and then, as you probably know the story, last year with the 4 ACL tears, they just needed another practice player kind of thing. So I turned from a manager to a walk-on and got the opportunity to go in some games, just help the team out any way I could, and that was an incredible ride, obviously ending with the championship last season, which was amazing. And then same thing this year, kind of just some injuries happened and they needed someone to step up. So I'm here to be whatever they need me to be, and I'm so blessed to be a part of this program in any way. Kind of going between the manager and walk-on role, it is a different type of thing I'm doing, but it's still being around the same girls every day and just being around the team. And for me, that was such a valuable thing. And again, I guess my passion for basketball and how much I just love the sport kind of made that seem easy. Not really something I thought about a ton, just because every day it wasn't about what I could do. It was just about kind of getting out and playing the game I love every day and just being around it in any way.
Basketball has given me everything in my life. that has given me a chance to get a college education. Gives my families to take like trips to these cool tournaments we go to, and most importantly, my relationships with the people I've met throughout the years, and Coach Izzo down to my junior high coach. It's provided me with great relationships with teammates and guys that I'll be talking to for the rest of my life.
Basketball has provided me with just obviously the education portion of it is huge, and also just the relationships I was able to build with my teammates, guys on different teams that go to my school, like the football team and the soccer team. There's also just the relationships that I'm able to build outside of, athletics, and I believe that's huge, just being able to go and meet new people, especially at a big university like Ohio State, and just kind of get your network around and just see the way different people think and react to things.
I'd say basketball provided me with, the opportunity just to be around good people and meet people that can help me in life and give me a free education and be able to somewhat set myself up for a better life.
It has offered me opportunity to go to college, to leave my hometown, travel the world, build outstanding relationships and friendships. I'm forever grateful and a lot of gratitude to the game of basketball and to God for putting the basketball in my hands. So basketball has really blessed me a lot.
I was the kid who would do surgery on my teddy bear and have my sister be my patient, and I would wear the stethoscope and the lab coat. I was that kid. Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Dr. News, who is the head of the biology department, definitely has had a huge impact over the past 2 years I've been in the lab. He took a chance on me and actually gives me the power to actually do things. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. I've had so many experiences with underprivileged people and just seeing that they want the basic things that people get out of life. And if I can help in any way, that just kind of warms my heart. That's why I want to be a doctor, to serve those who have been dealt a bad hand. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. It was just because I bought into myself, because someone bought into me. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
One minute to go until the start of the second half from the College of Staten Island in this NCAA Division II women's basketball non-conference matchup between the College of Staten Island and Wilmington University. Once again, this is Joe Foreman alongside Nick Durst. And Nick, the Dolphins got off to a very slow start, but recovered and finished the second quarter on a big run.
Yes, it started off slow, but Rose came in the game. She had 9 points, 4 rebounds off the bench, and then Alarcon in 9 minutes off the bench, 10 points. So she came out ready to go when she got into the game, and I expect her to continue her scoring attack here. And she's a big reason why the Dolphins are ahead 40-26 as we start the second half.
And something that can't be overlooked after Jenelise checked into the game, Anaya Bond was really hurting the Dolphins with her outside shooting. She's 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, 4 of 5 from the field, and leads the Wildcats with 11 points. Once Alarcon came into the game, she was immediately relegated to the bench with foul trouble. Jenelise giving her fits at the defensive end of the floor for Wilmington. So if you're Bond, you have to try and stay out of foul trouble. Your team is certainly going to need you if they're going to mount a comeback in this game.
Yeah, we'll see if Bond is in here to start the second half, but she was definitely slowed down by Alarcon. Even slowed down a bit by Rose, but she's in there to start this second half. But she led them in scoring, her team, in the first half with 11 points. 3 3-pointers.
She leads all scorers with 11. For the Dolphins, both Rose and Alarcon have 9. Alarcon in that first half played the entire second quarter, 10 minutes. Rose played 9 minutes, 9 points, 4 rebounds. Wilmington ball first to open up the third quarter. Their deficit is 14 points. Bond looked to drive, forced to kick out. Washington thought about the step back, and Bond is a bit short on the 3. And then over the back foul is called against Masseuse.
Well, Rose out there with Alarcon, LaFaro, Johnson, and Phelan to start this second half for the Dolphins.
I mentioned it during the pregame. Wildcats, a team that commits a lot of fouls. Dolphins were in the bonus each of the first 2 quarters. As Rose is off on that mid-range shot, Alarcon has the rebound. LaFaro, kick out to an open Phelan for 3. Too strong. Rebound snatched away from Bond by Alarcon, who then traveled. We approach 1 minute gone by in the third. No points yet. The Wildcats have it. Corner. Dunstan Mason sends it up top. Bond for Washington. And Washington draws a foul along the baseline.
Dolphins foul number 13, Janice Alarcon, her first, team's first.
Dolphins didn't commit a foul in the second quarter until there was about 3 minutes left. Now, just a minute and 10 seconds in, their first foul.
Inbound is poked away by LaFaro. Stays Wilmington ball. Bond receives the inbound, is quickly double-teamed, had it poked away, and gets it to Washington. 10 to shoot. Dunstan Mason gives it up. Fuller with 5 on the shot clock, gets by Alarcon, and could not lay it up around Rose.
Nice move to get to the basket there. Just couldn't finish.
That was tipped by Bond, but Rose tracked it down. 20 to shoot. LaFaro. Phelan, Alarcon on the baseline. Finds Rose, and Rose goes up in heavy traffic and draws a foul.
Rose, the most free throw attempts so far in this game. 4 free throw attempts, 3 of 4.
Wildcats foul number 13, Brianna Masseuse, her fourth.
Wildcats didn't even get to the free throw line in the first half, Jim.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
8-12 the Dolphins are from the line in this game.
They call me Joe Stradamus for a reason, Nick. Meanwhile, that foul is the 4th on Masseuse. Dolphins lead by 16.
Masseuse going to stay in. So one more foul for her. She'll be out of here.
Dolphins currently on a 22-4 run. Bond, too strong. And Masseuse has the rebound. She was fouled. Foul goes against Lizzie LaFaro.
Fouls are really stacking up here early on in the second half.
So Masseuse will come out of the game. Imani Lucas Davis back in. Washington to the corner for Bond. Fuller wants the entry pass. And that shot no good, but on the follow, Lucas Davis is able to finish.
Lucas Davis at 6'2".
And Alarcon answers right back. Great outlet pass to set up Jenelise from Kaya Johnson.
Quick answer there by the Dolphins.
CSI maintaining a 16-point lead. Lucas Davis not strong enough on that shot. And it will stay Dolphins basketball as that attempt landed out of bounds. Johnson for Alarcon, out to LaFaro. Splash.
Lizzie knocked down the three with ease, and that's going to force the Wildcats to call a timeout as they are down 47-28 after that three-pointer by LaFaro.
Dolphins have extended their lead to a game-high 19 points. Their lead is 47-28 when we come back.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
.6:54 to go in the third quarter. Dolphins lead it 47-28. CSI trailed at the midway point in the second quarter, but that's a distant memory right now as the Dolphins reinserted their regular starters to begin the second, and they very quickly erased the deficit and have the Dolphins ahead by 19. And another travel is called against the Wildcats. That's 12 turnovers for Wilmington.
A lot of turnovers, and that's impacted the game.
Before that last giveaway, Wilmington was winning the turnover battle. The Dolphins had 12. Phelan, splash.
Phelan has been incredible this season for the three-pointers.
I mentioned it during the pregame. She came into the night shooting 41% from downtown. So far in this game, she's 2 of 6. 3 of 9 from the field overall. Fuller, too strong off glass. And the bank shot is good by Amani Lucas Davis.
Well, Lucas Davis making her presence felt in the paint since she's checked in.
By far the biggest player on the floor. Alarcon off the mark on the jumper.
Her shot impacted there by Lucas Davis as she was closing fast.
No question about it. Dolphins lead by 20. Fuller for Washington. No good. Rebound went right to Dunstan Mason. And now Bond will try a three. That rolls off the rim. Shakira Stackhouse back into the game following that last timeout. She grabbed that last rebound. And a foul was called against the Wildcats. 3 team fouls now on Wilmington. Alarcon outside. Lambert traveled. Teams have been trading travels for much of this game.
Certainly have. Now, do we track travels or it just goes as
a turnover?
So definitely double digits.
Turnovers 13 to 12. I would guess that probably 20 of the 25 have been travels.
I would agree. Got Sal Caruso in the house tonight calling the stats for Nick Pavona, who's clicking away.
Two of the best to do it.
No doubt about that.
Two more of the best not here tonight, Lauren and Lewis.
And another great person at stats is you. You're over here calling the game.
I'm what they call the fixer. If there are some flags, I
Booker
come in and
fixer
make those
operator.
disappear. We make those flags disappear. No red flags on my stats. 4:46 to go, third quarter. Dolphins lead by 20.
My dad was a soccer coach and bought this little book bag. I could sit in the book bag like facing backwards and look like my legs out. So I'd be in his book bag when my dad coaches and the ball's going around. I'm like kicking at the ball in the back. And my dad was like, we have a prodigy. So he put me into soccer and it just progressed from there. The catalyst was the opportunity to play soccer at a Division II school. I loved the team. They brought me in like I was one of their own. The professors help out so much. They actually care about developing me, not only so I just memorize the material and able to take a test, but am I able to apply the information. I don't feel nervous asking them, hey, I'm not going to be in class. Can you send me something? And they're completely fine with it and they understand, which is the best part. On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do. Be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I'm able to go out and become president of the Student Athletic Advisory Committee. SAC is consistent of like a ton of different backgrounds, and we'll come up with cool ideas for like fundraisings and having the opportunity to raise money for Make-A-Wish and knowing it's going towards a good cause.
4:46 to go, third quarter. Imani Lucas Davis at the line misses her first free throw. Dolphins lead at 50-30 and have really run away with this game since the midway point of the second quarter. Dolphins won the second 29-12. They lead the third 10-4. Off the miss, Dolphins knock the ball out of bounds, so it stays with Wilmington. 15 to shoot. And an offensive foul is the call. Moving screen against Lucas Davis.
Offense foul number 21 on Lucas Davis, the third, team's fourth.
Now 14 fouls on Wilmington. Only 4.5 to go in this quarter. Johnson's pass was stolen by Washington. Good hands in the passing lane, but then she throws it away.
Well, I want to just give a shout out here to Mia Fuller because she's played heavy minutes and she's still going max effort. Has a lot of energy here, not many points to pay for the effort, but a great effort by Mia Fuller. She's been very involved for her team.
And she's managed to play with that high effort without committing fouls. And that's been a problem for the Wildcats in this game. They've committed a lot of fouls, Fuller with just one. But the turnovers have plagued just about every Wildcat who's seen the floor, and I think part of that could be the heavy minutes that some of the Wilmington players have spent on the floor.
Well, Maya Jenkins checks back in for the Dolphins. Don't think she's played in this quarter.
Jenkins got the start. And I think you're right, Nick. First appearance of the third. Fuller. Wild shot. Nearly got it to go.
Well, there's that great effort I was talking about there. Almost dropped it in for the N1 attempt, but shot to the free throw line here for two.
When she threw it up, I didn't think there was a chance. That was almost an incredible finish. Free throw by Fuller is good. Second free throw good. Dolphins lead cut to 18. And they throw that one away.
Nice job by Marquise Pickering to make the stop. With the camera in one hand, the phone in the other, and he still is able to stop the ball.
I'm sure he's had plenty of practice working the baselines at our home games. .20 to shoot. Bond for Dunstan Mason. He got tangled up and was able to get it to Washington, who shoots. And is too strong on the jumper. Fight for the rebound, headed our way. And it will be Dolphins basketball. .307 to go, third quarter. Dolphins by 18. Alarcon out to LaFaro for three. Air ball. Rebound goes to the Wildcats. Dunstan Mason all the way to the rim, and she lays it up and in.
Great job there by Dunstan Mason. Take it to the basket and lay it in.
Long pass to Alarcon was nearly stolen, but Stackhouse tracks down the loose ball and lays it in. Dolphins back up by 18. Timeout called. It will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. As the Dolphins lead it 52-34, the Dolphins will spend their lone 30-second timeout in the second half.
This is a good time for us to wish everybody at home watching a happy Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday. And I know everybody's going to go crazy Black Friday shopping. You have some big Black Friday plans as well, attending some sporting events. Joe, what's your go-to side dish for Thanksgiving?
That's a tough call. Everyone will laugh at me when I say it, but usually they make a special plate of penne vodka for me, even on Thanksgiving.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I get the royal treatment.
My mother-in-law is making chicken franchise for Thanksgiving, so that's going to be good. The penne vodka, oh man, that would be a great Thanksgiving dish.
If we combine those two meals, for me, that's an ideal.
Growing up, my grandmother, she used to make lasagna every Thanksgiving, and that was much preferred for me as opposed to the turkey.
I'm very picky when it comes to my turkey. I'll eat it regardless, but in terms of enjoying it, I'm very particular. But I'll eat it regardless. Taking some football.
Dark meat guy or white meat guy?
White.
White meat, okay.
Yeah, none of that dark meat.
It's interesting because you, with the chicken, you're a big wings guy.
I am.
And the wings are dark meat.
Phelan out to LaFaro. Now Jenkins. Back to Phelan. Left open. Off the mark. Rebound tipped in the air a couple of times. Rose looked to save it, but could not.
Rose is full of energy in this game, doing a great job fighting for loose balls.
Just over 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Dolphins lead by 18. Largest lead for CSI was 22. Wildcats led by as many as 8 in the first quarter. Dunstan Mason, no good. And the Dolphins will take possession. LaFaro for Phelan. Now Rose fakes and kicks out to Jenkins. Phelan for Alarcon. Now Rose on the baseline. To the basket. And that shot blocked. Jenkins finds LaFaro open. No good. And Phelan has the offensive board. Alarcon, lefty layup. Is good. Count it. And one.
How many times have we seen that, Joe? Alarcon with the spin lefty layup absorbs the contact that heads to the free throw line.
Wildcats foul number 21 on Lucas Davis, our fourth personal foul.
For Alarcon, that basket, her second of the half. She now leads all scorers with 13. And Rose rebounds her miss, and will head right back to the line.
Lucas Davis cannot believe it. She said she got all ball there.
Wildcats foul number 21, Lonnie Lucas Davis, her 5th personal foul.
That foul is number 5.
She's out.
On Lucas Davis. Samaya McFarland into the game. Rose rattles in the free throw. Rose goes 2 for 2 from the line.
She's had a good night from the free throw line.
She's now tied for the lead in scoring with 13. .15 on the shot clock for the Wildcats. Fuller for Washington. Pull-up jumper, way short. LaFaro up ahead. Phelan has it. Was looking for Alarcon. And that was last touched by Genelise.
Dolphins up 22 here with 39.5 seconds left in the third quarter.
Falling on the wing. Now Bond. Bond looks to attack. Scoop layup won't go, and Alarcon has the rebound. 13, 6, and 3 for Alarcon. In this quarter end, she will have played 20 minutes. Jenkins will hold.
See if Dolphins get off a shot here. They could out at the end of the first half.
Jenkins lost it. Phelan open. No good at the buzzer. That'll do it for the third quarter. Our score through 3. Staten Island 56, Wilmington 34. Start of the fourth quarter coming up from the College of Staten Island. And the Dolphins have pulled away in this game. They now lead it by 22. Our score, Staten Island 56, Wilmington 34. And Nick, there's been a lot to like from this Dolphins team since the start of that second quarter. They rebounded nicely from a very poor start and have gotten good contributions from several players in this game tonight.
Absolutely, Joe. Rose, we keep talking about her. Alarcon, we keep talking about her. They've been great. LaFaro has a quiet 7 points. Phelan has 8 points as well.
And if you look down the stat line, a lot of Dolphins piling up rebounds and assists. Dolphins dominant on the glass tonight. That shouldn't be lost in this big lead. Dolphins out-rebounding the Wildcats 37-19.
If everything continues the way it is, it's going to be quite the battle for the TLC player of the game.
It's a good point. As Alarcon misses a couple there, Rose has the rebound. LaFaro off the fingertips of Alarcon, and then Phelan swats it out of bounds. Under 9.5 to go in the game. Washington on the wing. 6 to shoot. Dunstan Mason left open. Can't make the Dolphins pay. And it will stay Wildcats basketball. Masseuse back in for Wilmington. McFarland to the bench. Now 2 Wildcats on the floor with 4 fouls.
Jenkins almost stole that inbound pass.
12 to shoot. Fuller for Bond. Fuller has it back with 5 on the shot clock. And she throws up a wild shot. That won't go. Faro inside for Alarcon. Now Rose. And the layup is good.
Well, now she's leading the team in points scored.
Rose with 15 points and 9 rebounds.
I got a chance, Joe. I'll have to check Rose's career high.
Should be able to get that for you in just a couple of moments. Bond. Off the mark from 3, and after a strong start, she's missed her last few attempts from downtown.
I feel like Rose may have set her career high in this game, at least from the games I've covered of hers.
Phelan rattles in a 3.
Well, the 3-pointers are free Phelan here for Dana all season long here at the Tank so far.
Dolphins by 27. Bond with her back to the basket, well beyond the arc. Dunstan Mason fakes the pass, and it was pulled in by Masseuse. I thought
good
for
save
sure.
there by Masseuse.
I thought for sure that was ticketed for the stands. That shot way too strong, didn't hit the rim. Here come the Dolphins on the break. Phelan finds Rose, and Rose is fouled.
And now Masseuse, I think, is fouled out.
Career high for Kyra Rose is 13 points.
So this is a career high, 15.
She had 13 points and 10 rebounds against Malloy. And Nick, if I'm not mistaken, she joined you as a player of the game once before. And I think it was that game. I think it was that game. She also had a double-double against Wilmington last year, 12 points and 10 rebounds.
As I said, Masseuse has fouled out. So Rose with her career game, 15 and 9 right now, at the free throw line, looking to add some more points.
Rose knocks down the free throw. Eight of her 16 points have come from the line, and she's now 9 of 10 from the stripe.
Oh, we did not think that she was such a great free throw shooter, but she's proving everybody wrong tonight at the free throw line.
Spoke about it during the pregame. Dolphins could awaken their offense with more trips to the line. And they've certainly gotten there at a high rate tonight. Already 19 free throw attempts in the game. There's still 7 minutes to go.
Right now, Rose the favorite for the TLC player of the game, but still a lot of time left here in this one.
Nick, if Genelise gets near a triple-double,
she's got to be the player of the game.
She will get the player of the game, but
8 rebounds, 5 assists, 13 points right now, so she's got some work to do.
It's up to the stats desk. There's a chance Rose can finish with 20 and 10. Weesey on the wing, finds Alarcon. Right back out to Weesey. Lambert left open. No good.
17 minutes played for Rose as well. A lot of minutes. I don't think she's played that many before in her career.
Washington on the wing.
Averaging a point per minute for Rose in this one.
Fuller kicks out. Brittingham left open, no good. On the second attempt, Fuller way too strong.
Rebound for Rose.
That's a double-double.
Yep.
Weesey into the paint, no good. Alarcon has the rebound. Genelise now 1 rebound away from a double-double. Lambert left open again. Jenkins inside, Alarcon, Lambert, floater won't go. And there's the double-double. Alarcon with 10 boards now.
She almost had that 6th assist.
Very close. Rose absorbs some contact and then draws a foul.
Rebound, gets another rebound there. So these two unwillingly battling it out right now for the TLC player of the game.
Alarcon 13 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Rose now with 17 points and 10 rebounds.
And Alarcon all the more so impressive because she did not play the first quarter.
Officially now Rose with 11 rebounds. That last free throw gives her 18. Second attempt short. Still a good night from the line for Rose. 10 of 11. Check that, 10 of 12.
More than half of her points.
Fuller knocks down the corner three.
Fuller playing the full game, and she knocks down the 3 there.
Alarcon finds Rose, and Rose lays it in.
Well, Joe, a 20 and 11 game, going to be hard to deny the double-double with there for the player of the game.
I don't envy Nick and Sal.
Now, they could end up setting both over. I don't think so, but
They sure could.
I think we'll just have to wait and see, and everyone's going to have to tune in and wait. We know the owner of TLC is watching, of course, and he can't wait to see as Rose gets blocked her stats there, but Jenkins is then called for the foul.
Dolphins have maintained their defensive intensity despite the large lead. And we have a media timeout. So with that, we'll step aside and take a break. Dolphins lead 66-38, 4:54 to go.
Hobra, a taco joint, Staten Island, where we're proud to have shared our family-first spirit with people from throughout New York City and the world. With indoor dining available both at the bar and on the floor. Or step outside for additional seating and an outdoor bar. Serving beer that's crisp, ice cold, and worthy of a day at the beach. Cocktails that explode with flavor. And great food made with the freshest and healthiest ingredients available. Events feature food and drink specials. Live music. And the best of Staten Island nightlife. Your CSI Student ID saves you 10% on your dine-in order at Hobra. Visit us at 412 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
And we are back with under 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Dolphins with a big lead. Really run away with this one in the second half. That all began late in the second quarter. CSI hasn't looked back since. First free throw good by Amber Washington. Washington now with 4 points, make it 5. She's played 35 minutes in this game. Rose. Out to Jenkins, now Lambert. Thought about the 3. Jenkins was also left open. And Lambert's a bit too strong on that attempt from the corner.
Now, do you think if Jenna Lees has any idea how many assists she has? She tries to get 4 quick ones to end this game.
I don't think she knows.
Probably has no clue.
No, there's no way she would know. She hasn't left the floor in the second half. Unless the bench is sneaking a peek at the live stats. Deep 3 by Fuller is good.
Fuller, 2 threes now here late in the game. She's still trying. She's battling here till the end. Have to appreciate that if you're her teammates.
That was a deep 3-pointer as Alarcon had the rebound taken away. Brittingham up to Fuller. Fuller into the corner. Now Brittingham right back to Fuller. Farland on the wing. 10 to shoot. Washington, Brittingham, and the three is way off.
Expect the Dolphins to eat some clock here.
Madison Haggett will check in. Just under 3.5 to play. Rose out to Haggett for three. Splash.
Well, you love to see that if you're the Dolphins bench, as she buries that three-pointer. And if she could do that in the time she plays moving forward here, another dangerous weapon for the Dolphins.
And that three is good off the window.
Well, Bond knocking down another three. She had a bunch of them in this game.
Bond was 3 of 4. Before that last attempt, she was 3 of 8. That's a kicked ball. 2 Wildcats have fouled out. Bond is still playing with 4. Alarcon for Haggett. Splash.
Well, Haggett making her presence felt here late in the fourth with 6 points. 2 3-pointers within a minute.
Alarcon now has 7 assists, Nick. Is there enough time?
Well, maybe we need to let her know. I don't know. If she knew, I think she'd try for it. The question's going to be, Joe, who are you going to nominate for the ECC Player of the Week between Rose and Alarcon?
There's still one more game to come. Haggett for 3. No good. Alarcon's day might be done in a few seconds as Brittingham finishes in transition. Moore and Gazemar at the scorers table. And the Dolphins call timeout, and that will be just to make the substitutions. Rose and Alarcon to the bench. Gazemar and Moore into the game.
2 players of the game taking a breather here because they got to get ready for their big post-game interview.
Spoilers, Nick.
It's going to be one of them, or it could be both of them.
The stats desk has already spoken. It's both of them.
Haggett making a run here for the ECC Rookie of the Week nomination from you, Joe.
That's 3 straight threes by Haggett on 4 tries. 5 attempts for Haggett from beyond the arc in the game. She has 11.
11 points in 12 minutes. Pretty good. Pretty good. That is buried. That 3 there.
Dunstan Mason rattles in that 3.
Well, she's taking another 3 here. We're going to eat some clock.
Gazemar, travel. Just over a minute to go.
Dolphins, I believe, season high in points here. So very impressive with the 75 points thus far.
Rebound by Moore. Thought Amaya might be headed our way there, Nick. Moore. To the rim, and she lays it in.
Oh, Brianna with a nice move there. And she lays it in. 45 seconds left. Dolphins ahead 77-51.
The bench loving that basket by Brianna Moore. Fuller. No good. Jenkins has the rebound.
So if the Dolphins hold it here, we'll take a shot clock violation.
They're not going to shoot it.
Well, wide open.
Well, Haggett is.
Haggett wanted that other three-pointer there. She wanted, what, 15 points would it have been? 14 points?
I think because Haggett was furthest from the bench, she didn't realize that the bench was telling them to ease up. As that shot is no good, and that will do it. The Dolphins win by 26 points, our final score. Staten Island, 77. Wilmington University, 51. TLC Physical Therapy post-game report coming up next as Nick will be joined on the floor by our players of the game, Jenelise Alarcon and Kyra Rose.
You Know I'm Right, the podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese.
Here we are, 200 episodes later, about 150 episodes with guests, our friends, soon to be your friends.
Well, it's pretty clear, Joe, that it's all about You Know I'm Right, the podcast. That's my You Know I'm Right moment. Wanted to do a podcast, and everyone was like, what are you, crazy? Who's going to listen? You're not going to get guests. Well, guess what? I'm the best when it comes to getting guests. You could vouch for that.
I am so happy that you asked me to do this. I couldn't have been more thrilled. And follow us on socials, check us out. I promise you, if you want to work in media, whether you work in media now, whether you want to quit your job and work in media, come to us, and I promise you, we will get you on the right foot.
That's what it's all about, uncovering the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Keep it locked on You Know I'm Right.
We're back from the tank a bit earlier than I expected, but Nick is down on the floor with our TLC Physical Therapy Players of the Game, Kyra Rose and Jenelise Alarcon. Nick, take it away.
All right, Joe, as you said, here we are, the players of the game, Kyra Rose, Jenelise Alarcon. Start with you, Kyra. 20 points, 11 rebounds, off the bench. You gave your team a spark early on when you girls were trailing. What was clicking for you tonight? And also, amazing job from the free throw line. Have you been working on those free throws?
Yes. My last game, I went 4 for 10, and I knew this time I had to make them. And we took 2 L's, and I knew we had to get the dub today, so I just tried my hardest.
All right, Jenelise, great game from you. 3 assists shy of a triple-double. I don't know if you even realized that. We were joking over here, Joe and I, if you knew or not, but just a tremendous effort for you all around here. What were you able to channel inside of you tonight to just have such a well-rounded game?
I think that us coming off the bench and whatnot, we were kind of excited to get going, and I think Kyra coming off the bench and having that spark, it gave us life, and all of us kind of getting our cuts, getting the offense going. It was just really good for us, and that's what channeled it to just be better and all that energy.
Kyra, lots of new players on this team, lots of freshmen here that got a lot of minutes in this game. What's it been like building the chemistry with them, and have you been impressed with how they've played so far this season? Speechless.
Yeah, I mean, they're great. We love to play with them, and it's even better when they have confidence. I feel like today was a good day for confidence, and the freshmen really got to see the floor and actually get to play.
Build their confidence.
Yeah, and I think that was really good for them because they could be really helpful for us this year.
All right, girls, congratulations. Enjoy the victory. Go celebrate your friends. Happy Thanksgiving. Back to you, Joe.
Great job, Nick. Once again, a thank you to our TLC Physical Therapy Players of the Game, Kyra Rose and Jenelise Alarcon, kind enough to join us for a post-game interview in their conversation with Nick at the conclusion of tonight's game. A big win for the Dolphins. They win by a final score of 77-51, but that was just the first of 2 games on the schedule tonight here at the Tank. Men's basketball against Georgian Court University coming up next. Pre-game show to get started in about 10 or 15 minutes. Nick and I will rejoin you right back here on the ECC Network. For those of you who will not be tuning in for the men's game, have a happy Thanksgiving. Nick and I will not be back on Sportsnet until December. Both of us will not be here for the game on Sunday. Nick Pavona will have the call, so if you're tuning in for women's basketball on Sunday, you will hear from Nick Pavona on the call for that game. Until next time, this has been Joe Foreman, my broadcast partner Nick Durst, our engineer Tyler Clark, our cameraman Frank Catasano on the court, and then up top, Pat Gialorenzo, Patty Two Cams, our main camera. All of us will see you again in December. Tune in for men's basketball coming up next.